Hey guys, what's up? Something that I still struggle with to this day, hypochondria. Um, I consider myself a hypochondriac and have a pretty severe case of it. It all started, I've done other videos on panic attacks. I've had panic disorder, I've had anxiety disorder, I've had it all. My panic disorder is almost virtually non-existent anymore. I don't really have panic attacks anymore like I used to. Um, my general anxiety is a little bit lower than it used to be, but I still have this health anxiety, and I'm hypochondriac. Um, and I'll explain about what it's done to me, where it all started, and how I'm still dealing with it. That's something that I still struggle with today. This channel is meant to help people and give advice, but I still struggle with things. So basically, it started whenever I had my first panic attack. Okay, I thought I was having a heart attack. I had been drinking all weekend, and I came back home, and from a long weekend of drinking, and I was asleep, and I woke up, and then I was just sitting there, and I felt my heart rate was higher than it usually is. Um, so I got scared and a little nervous, and all of a sudden, like this adrenaline rush hit me, and then I felt my heart beat super fast, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm grabbing my chest, and I think I'm having a heart attack. Um, so it freaked me out, of course. And the next morning, my mom's a nurse. She checked my blood pressure out and everything. She said, it was a little high, but I was just freaking out. I had a little bit of chest pain. I was on the internet looking up all of my symptoms, and all panic attack symptoms are almost basically the same as heart attack symptoms. So even though I knew it was highly unlikely that I was having a heart attack, in my mind it was like set on that. So what happened? I had a panic attack for like 6.5 hours. So I didn't die, obviously. Um, Eventually, I went to the doctor, had an EKG done, and they said that my heart was perfectly fine where it needed to be. All right. So whatever. I had a momentary, feeling of relaxation. Okay, relief. So give me a little bit of time just to rebuild it all up again, and I'm back to where I started. My left arm would feel numb. I'd have chest pains. I'd still was having these panic attacks, which I was mistaken for, heart arrhythmias and problems like that, palpitations, and it kept going and going. So I'm at work one day. I was a general manager at a Hibbett Sports in East Texas, and I was working, and I had one of these huge panic attacks hit me. I could barely breathe. Okay, and I'm miles away from home. I was living with a buddy of mine in a town that was 30 minutes from there. Overall, from home where I belonged, I was about 2.5 hours away. So I was out on my own, living life, working a great job that I'd worked my way all the way up to the top. And I eventually quit this job because of hypochondria, by the way, and anxiety and panic and all that. I quit because of that. That's how serious this got. And anyways, I had this panic attack. I go outside and I call my mom, and I'm telling her, I'm having a heart attack. I'm having a heart attack. This is real this time. It's real. She's like, you know what? Go to the hospital then. She's like, she knew what I was dealing with because I'd always kind of been this way since I was a kid, but it just truly blossomed, matured into this crazy, infectious, like, hypochondria disorder. It's horrible. And so I went to the hospital, and they did blood work on me this time, and they did another EKG. They said they monitored me for like 2 hours on this machine for my blood pressure, heart rate, and all that, heartbeat patterns and all that. Said it was fine, that I'm just having bad anxiety. I need to stop smoking cigarettes. I was smoking cigarettes at the time, and I need to stop drinking. So I didn't quit drinking, really. I cut down on it, but I did quit smoking. And this kept going on and on and on. And that was my hypochondria. I thought I had a heart problem in it. No matter how many times I was told I was fine, I still believed that I had it. And that's what's the problem. And my brain, created symptoms. That's how bad it is. Like, they were creating symptoms that weren't really happening. I mean, they were real, but it was my head making them. Your brain is very powerful. Um, it's scarily powerful what it can do. So basically, I'm imagining pain, if you can imagine that. So eventually, after me and my girlfriend, I broke up of 4 years at the time, which might have had a lot to do with that anxiety problem that I had. I was a wreck, and after we broke up, it kind of went away. I was fine for a while, but then I started having more fears that I didn't used to have. anything that was wrong with me, I would blow up into some cancer. If I had a headache, I thought I had brain cancer. I would literally get a, well, here, how about this? I was watching Saul and he had brain cancer, in his brainstem.